Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you what you're probably here looking for, and that's how to fix your flight controller, which is powering on your receiver, camera, maybe GPS, not powering those on, but only powering on like your VTX, and it's making noise when you plug it in, but the flight controller isn't actually powering on. But if you plug it into a USB on the computer, it does turn everything on. So what it is this little 5-volt regulator down here fried. In my case, what happened is I plugged it in backward. I was making a lead extension, and I soldered the leads backward, not realizing it, and I plugged it in, and it blew my 5-volt regulator. Now that 5-volt regulator is way too small for me to solder personally. I mean, it's tiny, as you can see. It's the tip of a barbecue skewer, and it's like way bigger than those pads. Now what you can get off Amazon is these little BECs, which step down battery voltage, say I believe it's 2-cell to 6-cell, down to 5 volts. So what we're going to do is we are going to wire the the power side into our battery leads, and then the outside onto a 5-volt and ground pad. And what that'll do is it will run our whole flight controller off just this, because the 5-volt pads are all a rail, so they're all connected to each other. So it'll power our flight controller off, and this costs like what you can get a pack of 10 of them for $7, whereas a flight controller like the Speedy F405 in my case is like $50, and they run a lot higher than that, I know. So without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, as you can see, we have our battery connections exposed. They look kind of dirty, so I'm going to go ahead and clean them off. So to clean this, I just use a little bit of isopropyl alcohol and a toothbrush. And then let's prepare our 2 wires. So I just have a little bit of old servo wire here. Cut that off. Okay, you know what? While we're out here, we're just gonna solder it directly to the board. Otherwise, it's probably gonna be quite a bit harder once we get in there. Go. Okay. And then I wonder if it'd just be easier just to put our other wires on while we're at it. I'll see if we can just do this little bit of shrink wrap over. Cover all our electronics nicely. Or yes, we can. There we go. Perfect. Now we'll bring the drone back over. Let's see if we can just solder this on here. There we go. Perfect. Now let's flip this back over and solder on all of our wires again. Okay, let's take her for a test run. Yes! We got our lights, our beeper, our receiver is lighted up. Perfect, looks like everything's working. Yes! So for a $7, well, less than $7 really, it's more like $1. You get a whole bunch of them in the pack. You can replace your flight controller if you damaged it that way. One thing you may have to do, which I had to do, is unsolder. Here, let me see if I can bring it up closer here. There's a little chip right beneath the USB right here. You'll know if you have to undo it because it'll start smoking when you plug it in. All you have to do is just unsolder one side and everything will start working. Otherwise, nothing will work. You'll get smoke pouring out from underneath your board. You just undo it and everything will work as normal. Make sure when you do this, do not have the battery plugged in at the same time as plugging USB into computer. Because I've heard, I'm not sure if it's sure. I've heard about it. I'm not sure if it's true, but it can just power feed the power right back up into your computer and fry your computer. So just a caution to be thrown out there. If this helped you guys out, consider subscribing. Make sure to give this a like, and I'll see you guys next time.